asking me about my backhand grip. And what it is you take the L of your hand and you place it right on the middle. This is your continental grip, handshake grip. Okay. But my backhand grip will put the L of my hand here, on this bevel here. So there's one, and it goes around, there's 8 of them, so it's the 7th bevel. But the L of my hand will go around the 7th bevel and the 6th bevel. And so on impact, it looks like this. Okay, so the L of my hand is actually on the part of the racket that is parallel to the, in line with the face of your racket. Okay. Continental grip is my volley grip. It's right here. So that will change grip between forehand and backhand. Semi-western grip is you turn the L of your hand over and you're on the other side of the bevel for your forehand. You put the racket in the ground, you pick it up, you're sort of semi-western. Okay. Western grip means the L of your hand is on the flat part here. So it's going to impact your hand like this. So notice how the palm is no longer behind the hand. So the key is, that's my backhand grip. Now the second question is, how do you use it? Like, are you waiting in the backhand grip? Do you wait in the continental grip and then switch? What I do is I wait in the forehand grip, semi-western forehand grip, because this grip is also my slice backhand. So on the return of serve, I'm waiting on a semi-western forehand grip, and I'll go to a slice. Okay. Why do I do that? I do that for 2 reasons. The first reason is my slice is very consistent. I'm not going to miss it. Unless they're serving and volleying, or even if they're serving and volleying, the slice works very well. This might not work at younger age groups when you're playing juniors, because they're much faster than adults. They'll stay low, they'll crack it. But even though some of the juniors that aren't very good, a slice backhand to their two-handed backhand, and since they're so used to playing juniors that just hit flat and would spin, the slice backhand as a change of pace is a very effective shot. So I like to use the slice because it's more consistent. Even if they serve in volley, tough volley. If it's in the baseline, not a problem. And if I try to hit it with topspin on return or flat, I might miss it. So I'll use the slice unless I have to change. Okay. But the other key is too, like I have a forehand, my semi-western forehand grip, in my return or serve. Semi-western forehand grip, I can also slice if I have to. Like if I have to put the racket out there and slice, I can slice. So I'll wait with this grip. In the course of the rally, when I need to hit a backhand, I turn the grip using my left hand. So I'll wait, and you see the videos of me, I'm waiting, I'm playing, and even when I'm playing, I'm like this, I'm bouncing, and I'll turn the grip. When do I use it? I tend to use my one-handed backhand if the ball comes to me neutral, and I can move into it and hit an offensive shot. I tend to use it on the wide if I take 2 steps, 1, 2. So if I take 1, 2, I'll hit it. If you stretch me and I'm reaching, I'll go to the slice. Okay. If they come to net, I'll try to hit it. Because I think if they come to net, slicing on the passing shot, since it's slower, they'll have an effective volley. But if you hit a flat or topspin at them, it works better. It takes time away from them. So, return serve, we use the semi-western forehand grip. You slice, you hit your forehand. If that's not working, then I'll wait in the forehand grip, because I feel that my backhand's better and easier to hit. So I'll wait with my weapon shot. I also think my forehand is my weapon, so I want to attack with the forehand, so I'm waiting with the forehand grip. They go to my backhand. I can actually hit my backhand with a semi-western grip. Just a bunt like this. I can bunt without changing the grip if I have no time. But if I have time, I'll switch. And that's a feel thing. Like I play for so long that when I have no time, I'll flop. If I have no time to, I'll just stab at it with a slice. Okay. Now, what makes this grip work is, to me, it puts a lot of the hand behind the ball. But when you make impact, you have to pretend like you're pushing against a wall. So when I make impact with my backhand, it's like I'm pushing against a wall. I'm pushing against a wall. The other key too is your prep. Notice I turn and set. Turn and set. And look, the swing is very top. My body turns and I'm set. The left hand is used to change the grip. keep my racket from flopping too far back. Because without this racket, if I just go, there's no shoulder turn. I've seen players do this too, did I? No. Turn and set. Okay? So I think of it like, at this point, I think of it like I'm shooting a bow and arrow. I set, and then I can step. I set. I normally set high. I tend to set high because to me it's easier to move it back high, but you can set it low. Okay. Boom. And so when they're coming, you turn and set. Your back should be facing them. And then come forward. When you make impact, I make impact, the racket will lag. You'll point your butt cap at the ball. You make impact, and then you push out. On the follow through, my follow through ends like this. But what happens when I play is I see a video where I'm like this. It looks like I'm flopping over. The idea when I hit topspin is I'm hitting through the ball to hit topspin. I'm not hitting topspin. I'm hitting through the ball to hit topspin. And you must hit through the ball to hit topspin, especially in a backhand, because when I make impact, my wrist stays straight. I actually squeeze my hand on impact to transfer weight into the ball. So I'm like, squeeze my hand, all my weight's in my hand, I'm pushing against a wall, and the ball goes over. Turn, hips are open, shoulders are turned. So my hips are this way, my shoulders are this way. I form the cross. I'll make impact, I'll step in if I can, but if I can't step in, I'll just hit. I'll hit, go through the shot, and follow through. The wrist stays straight throughout, or you'll hurt your wrist. To prevent tennis elbow, my elbow stays slightly bent. Because when I start to hit this shot and my elbow locks out, I tend to feel it in my elbow. But when my elbow is bent, I think the vibration goes to my shoulder. Okay? So what have we talked about? Not about the grip, not continental, it's Eastern backhand. Elbow your hand at the back of the racket. Why? To me, it feels like you have more hand behind the ball. You make impact with your hand squeezed, elbow slightly bent. You use the left hand to limit the turn. When you bring your racket back, you turn your shoulder. You use them together. They're not apart. Ideally, if you keep it really close, you can turn it faster. The closer the racket is to your body, the faster the turn is to me. Turn, step, hit. When you follow through, you make impact, you follow through. Notice the racket faces straight to the target. Follow through. If there is a little bit at the end, it's okay, but it shouldn't be done on purpose because it's bad for your wrist to prevent injury. Okay. And when you're doing your backhand, the problem with tennis is when you have injuries, it's hard to tell what stroke created the injury because you're doing so many different strokes. Serve, backhand, forehand, volley, slice, etc. But to me, when you get tennis elbow, if it's on the out, it's your backhand. If it's on the in, it's your serve. Forehand, I don't think people get tennis elbow from your forehand, but you might hurt your wrist from your forehand. Shoulder, you might hurt your shoulder from your serve. Okay, but you can also hurt your elbow from your serve. Okay, so try that backhand grip. And ironically, I used to, as a kid, before when I got used to it, I would sit at the TV and do this. Forehand, backhand. You want to be able to find your grip by feel. Forehand, backhand. Forehand, backhand. You know, you should be able to turn your grip in your hand. Forehand, backhand. Forehand, backhand. But that comes with time. So if you don't have a sense of your grip, you need to practice so you find your grip. Forehand, backhand. Forehand, backhand. And I'm turning the grip in my hand. Okay? But it's much more effective to turn with your other racket. Especially with the forehand too. Like if you use your other hand to set the forehand, you automatically have a shoulder turn. Whereas if you just go, no shoulder turn. Okay? So hopefully that helped my subscriber to ask me that about my backhand grip.